and welcome to A Mother's Intuition. I'm Nicole, your host. Thank you for joining me. So, before I get to the reading for tonight, I want to talk a little bit about this book that I've been reading. I should have brought it with me. I don't know why I didn't, but it's called One Day in December, and it's by Josie Silver. It's a romance. It's a fictional romance book, and it just got me thinking about what I've learned about love and relationships from spirit and from the human aspect, both things combined. The story is about this girl who sees, I don't want to give too much of the book away, but she sees someone from afar, thinks this person, is love at first sight type of deal. And she misses her chance because of circumstances, and I won't spoil it for you, but it got me thinking about love and relationships. And I get a lot of questions about soulmates, and I have a lot of people call in for readings wanting to know if they're with their soulmate, when are they going to meet their soulmate. So I thought I'd just talk a little bit about what I feel about soulmates and my perspective on it. So from my experiences, I know that I shouldn't say I know. I've learned that you can have more than one soulmate, and it just depends, honestly, on what your mission or what your goals, what you came into this earthly existence for are. It could very well be that meet the soulmate right away and you get married and you live and have a long life with this one person, or you may fall in love, marry somebody, get divorced, marry somebody else, and both of those people can be your soulmates. I believe that soulmates are not just our romantic partnerships, but I believe that they're relationships that teach us something that is going to elevate our soul as well, whether that's romantic love, whether it's forgiveness, whether it's, having children, and our children can be our soulmates if we're learning things from them. So when I get a call or somebody booking a reading for relationships and want to know about soulmates, and they want to know, am I going to meet my soulmate and all that? I don't love to do future predictions because I also get some people, it's interesting, who I already know that they are going to get off the call and want to prove what I have said wrong. Now, in some cases, you can. We have free will, and you can change your future with your free will, obviously, moment to moment from what I have seen. So I can feel when somebody is asking about their soulmates and I'm telling them one thing and they wanted to hear something else, and I can feel already that they are going to try to prove me wrong by whatever, and it's just interesting how it works. But back to the soulmate thing, that's what I think. I think our soulmates are all the people in our lives that have come to teach our souls something. And I think that if we look at it from that perspective, we can really learn a lot more about our lives and what we came here to learn. I believe that all the people that we meet, acquaintances included, and even people we come across at a store or a restaurant or something that we have a conversation with that might be more than a hello, thank you, goodbye. When you have a conversation with somebody, there's purpose for it. There's purpose for every relationship that you have with your neighbors, even the bad ones. And I encourage people all the time to explore what you think the relationship might be to teach you for. Like, what is this person? What can they do to elevate your soul? Or what are they doing? Not what can they do? What are they doing? In what way are they affecting you? If they're affecting you negatively, think about why. Why am I getting so triggered by what they're doing? And you can learn more about yourselves. I think it's really interesting. And if you use that perspective, you can just gain a lot more from people, from all the people around you. Okay. So I'm sorry I didn't bring that book. One Day in December by Josie Silver. If anybody's looking for a good romantic, it's not a comedy, but I mean, it's a little bit funny. But if you're looking for a new book, it is an easy, fast read. And here I am recommending books, but I just read it and I did enjoy it. It's a fast, easy, romantic love story. And I won't tell you what happens at the end. So that's my take on soulmates. And I know we have a caller, Nikki from Sydney. Can you hear me, Nikki?
Yeah, I can. How are you going?
Great. How are you? Thank you for calling in tonight.
Good, thanks. Yep.
What can I do for you?
I'm just calling up for a reading, whatever comes through.
Okay. All right, Nikki. Give me a moment while I connect in with you and your energy. So, Nikki, you're calling from Sydney, Australia, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome. I've never been to Australia. I've been to New Zealand, though. I hope to get to Australia, but it's a bit far from where we are. So
it is. I would love to go to America too.
Yeah, it's a big trip, long. Okay. So we're really quickly, were you hoping for mediumship or psychic?
Either one would be great.
Okay. 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 I'm going to start with mediumship because I have an older gentleman here, an older male, and he was a very jolly fellow, is what I'm going to say. Just very happy go lucky, and actually was quite lucky in life, he tells me. Okay. And I feel like the relationship that I feel like here would be more of a grandfather. Is your grandfather in spirit?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And he's telling me too that he feels like he was very lucky to have the family that he had. It feels very close knit and very loving, openly loving. That everyone actually got along and genuinely liked one another. Does this sound like a grandfather? Okay. Also, I feel like he's showing me a wine, a particular wine. Let me understand. Okay. Okay. I feel like the name of this wine, and I don't know if it's from Australia, is Penfolds. Are you familiar with that wine?
No.
I think it's wine. You are?
Pardon?
Nikki, did you say you are? You know this wine?
No, I don't. No.
No. Okay. 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 And I feel like there's a connection to horse racing. Can you make sense of that? There's. Oh no! Did we lose Nikki? Oh. Okay, hold on, Nikki. We're having a little technical difficulties. No problem. We're going to get her back in 1 second. Like it just dropped the line there. So I'm going to continue on with this gentleman, let him give me a little more information for when we get her back. So for those of you who are listening, the way that I do this is it's twofold. I let them tell me things, and then I'm also in my mind I'm asking them questions at the same time. So when someone doesn't understand a piece of evidence that gets given to me, such as this bottle of wine, the Penfolds, um, I have to understand why. So what if it's not the wine? What is it? And what Spirit made me understand here was that my connection to Penfolds is where he was going with this. So my connection to the wine of Penfolds is I know somebody, and I believe this person was from Australia, that I know not very well, who had recommended this wine to me. And this person was he was into horse racing. So mediumship is funny. It's like playing charades. Charades. What's that? Telephone. You know the game telephone. When one person says something in one person's ear, and then they say something into somebody else's ear, and then it's traveled down that way, and it usually never ends up. Yeah. So it's like charades and telephone and Pictionary, because sometimes you get pictures, and trying to figure out what they're saying. Now, some spirits communicate really well. Others, it's a little more challenging, and they'll show me just a picture of something. Or in this case, this bottle of Penfolds wine. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to say it. If they don't understand it, then I go back and I say, okay, well, what is this related to? And in this case, this gentleman was showing me that it was related to horse racing. Okay, so I assumed, and then my next question was going to be, was there a connection to horse racing with him? So just for you guys to understand how that works, that's how the information comes through sometimes. So it looks like Nikki is not going to make it back. And I'm sorry, Nikki, if you watch this replay, reach out to me. I'd love to do a reading for you and see if we can reconnect with this gentleman. Okay, so we've got a new caller, Annette from New Jersey. Annette, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for calling in. And what can I do for you tonight?
Well, I just any message that would come through for me would be fantastic.
Okay. All right. Give me a moment here while I connect to Annette from New Jersey. Okay. Annette, I have a female. This feels like, I want to say aunt energy, not mother,
Okay.
but close. She's a little spunky. She's a little spunky. Okay, let me see. Okay. And I know too, she wore her hair in curlers. She would have put curlers in her hair. Her hair was a big deal to her and how it looked. Okay. All right. Okay, she's also over there with someone else that, let me see, because she's bringing them in together. Would she have a sister in spirit as well? There's another woman with her.
Yes.
Okay. So they're both over there together, and she wants you to know that they're having a fabulous time. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a connection to a male that starts with an S name? I wanted to say, it sounded like Simon, but I feel pretty confident it's not Simon, but it might have an I sound in the name as well. This person would be in the living, a male with an S name.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody right now.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. Let's keep going. Mm. All right. And I believe too that she must be from Jersey. I can hear an accent um, in her speech as well. If it's not Jersey, I'm not sure what it is, but I hear a twang. I know that there's an accent there. Okay.
Yes, yes.
And
That
I know that
I believe would be my grand aunt.
Okay, great. And I know too that she talked quickly.
Yes.
She had a lot to say, and she never had enough time to say it. um, and she she definitely is. She's showing me her appearance was important to her. That she looked good. It was important to her. I keep seeing her wanting to touch her hair, and it felt to me like hair was important.
Yes.
And it made her feel beautiful if her hair was beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. Um, yeah, she tells me too that when she was younger, she was a looker. She definitely could get men's attention with with her beauty. She's not.
She was very beautiful.
Yeah, I don't want to call her vain because it's a genuine awareness, but it's not necessarily like a vanity. People weren't like, oh, she's so vain. She just was.
She was meticulous about her look.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. And do you have a sister?
Yes.
Okay. She's talking about wanting you to know that she's around both you and your sister. Let me see. And she's also given me the sense that your sister is the bossier one out of the two of you. And,
yes.
Okay. And the bossier one, and also that your sister would have stolen attention. She would have stolen the attention from you if, say, the two of you were in the room. She was the louder one. But your aunt wants you to know that you are always seen. Okay.
Oh, yes.
And loved, and you were always seen. And she tells me that they paid more attention to your sister because she was the louder, bossier one. But you were always seen and loved just as much. Okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
And she says even now that your sister commands the attention, like, what's going on with her is more important than what's going on with anyone else. Okay.
She's got a big personality.
But she wants you to know they're around both of you, watching over you, and sending you signs. Let me see what they are. Oh, it's funny because they're saying, so does your sister's name start with a J?
Actually a J would be my mother.
Your mother. Is it Judy? Or no. Okay.
Joanne.
They're also, okay. So hold on. They're saying that they send you signs, they send you both signs, but they're saying that your sister is so involved in herself and her dramas and all that stuff that she wouldn't even see the signs if they hit her in the face. Okay. But they want to bring attention to them, so that you and her can look out for them, and they're hoping that you will tell her. So let me see what they are exactly. Bells, bells, jingle bells, any ringing bells that you hear. Okay, that's That's going to be from them. Um, okay. And also butterflies.
Okay.
Okay. And I believe that she's saying that they have tried and not been successful with um, manipulating lights. And it feels to me like um, this is something that they want to try to do again. But she's saying that it's not, it just hasn't, it's not as easy and they haven't been able to get the attention with it. So they kind of gave up on that. So, but
Okay.
if you see, they'll try again with flickering lights. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. They're delighted in this. They're both laughing. They
Oh.
love that they were able to connect. They love that you called in. Um, and is your husband a bit skeptical? Does he know that you called in? Were you saying that you were going to? And
No,
there,
my husband has passed. I'm a widow.
okay. Okay. And that, okay. So, I think that they're saying that he's skeptical of all of this, and perhaps that's why he's not coming through. Um, okay. And this is interesting, and it has come up before where I when they say skeptical, that's
Hmm.
my interpretation of the feeling that they're giving me. But the way that I really see it is they are unsure if I'm the correct medium that they want to come through with, or they are
Okay.
not, or if you are prepared enough for it to happen now. So the fact that they brought him up, I believe that he will come through to you at some time.
Okay.
I felt tonight's not it, and I'll probably because we don't have a ton of time, and I'm sure he's got things that he wants to say. Um, so yeah, so if keep that in mind that if you have another mediumship reading, he'll in the future he probably will come through. Okay,
Okay.
see what else they want to say. They're giving me the sense they want to talk about him a little bit. I think they just are talking to me about him. Was he particularly hairy?
No. No.
Okay. Do you know someone else that would be over there that's particularly hairy? They are.
Not that I'm.
They,
No. No. Maybe someone living. I do know, but
you do know. Okay. Who's the person then in the living that's hairy? Because they are definitely
that's
showing hairy man.
that's okay. That would be the gentleman that I am in a relationship with now.
Okay. Okay. So my apologies for mistaking the men here. Okay, so this hairy man they want to out. Let me see. Okay. Gentle heart. They're telling me he has a gentle heart.
Yeah.
Um, okay. They also that he's very perceptive. He pays
Yes.
attention to small details, and also he's a bit intuitive. He can really read people. So when
Yes.
he says that someone's not a good person, listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. He
Okay.
can really read people's energy very well. Okay, they really like him. Um,
Good. That's good to know.
they really like him, and they give me a sense that he really appreciates food, and they love that. Um, that he is knows good food, knows good food, not
Yes.
not just any food. He knows good food. Um, okay. And let's see what else they want to say. and they're okay. So, and they're also telling me that he really does adore you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He really does. He might not show it as much as they would like. They want him. They want him to be showering with you with tons of affection and love and trinkets of all sorts. And he doesn't quite do all of that they want him to do, but they know that he does genuinely really care for you, and that he would take good care of you and take good care of your heart, because he has such a gentle heart. So they want, definitely, there's some approval there. Okay. They're just a fun pair.
Oh, yeah.
They want to sing for me over there. It's like they're having a party and I'm just watching. I'm kind of wanting to just join in and get in there with them. But they're talking so fast. I'm not even.
They're a lively bunch. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see what they want. To tie it up here, I can tell that they are. Okay. They just want you to know that you are loved and how much you're loved. And they want you to be hopeful about the future. Know that good things are coming in your future. And they want you to just be hopeful and happy and enjoy life. Live for them, they say. Live for them. Live in the sense of really enjoy yourself in your life for them. Okay?
Definitely.
All right. Well, Annette, I'm gonna give them a thanks for coming and a thank you to you for calling. And
oh my God, thank you so much.
All right. You have a good night, and everybody. I hope you'll tune in next week and check out our A1R Psychic Radio fan page, where you can learn and see all of our shows and get in touch with all of the hosts. Send us messages, and we'd love to hear from you. All right. I'll see you next week.